Chapter 726. When the captain of the security team at Orem Grand Hotel saw this scene, he quickly led a group of men with him as they rushed over to stop them. He then said coldly, "Guys, do not cause trouble at the entrance of the Orem Grand Hotel. Otherwise, don't blame me for not giving you face." Andrew knew that Adam Smith, the boss of Orem Grand, had a very strong and influential background. Therefore, he hurriedly stopped his men before he said to the cab driver, "You are very fortunate today. You'd better be more careful in the future. Otherwise, I will kill you." After he was done speaking, he stepped up as he tried to bring his men into Orem Grand with him. Just as they were about to enter, the security guards quickly stepped up to stop them. After that, the lobby manager hurriedly came over and said, "Sorry, gentlemen. You are all indecently dressed and poorly groomed. According to our hotel regulations, you cannot enter our Orem Grand Hotel." As soon as he heard the manager's words, Andrew calmed himself down as he said disdainfully, "We are working for the Whale family from South Haven. You are just a lobby manager, and yet, you actually have the audacity to stop me?" The lobby manager frowned slightly but continued to speak with a firm and determined attitude. "Gentlemen, I do not care if you work for the Whale family or any other family in South Haven. No matter what, if you do not abide by our regulations, you are not allowed to enter Orem Grand." After he was done speaking, he said coldly, "Gentlemen, all of you have already scared some of our guests with your appearance, and this has already affected the reputation and image of our hotel. Please leave this place immediately, otherwise, we will have no choice but to take action against you." Andrew's heart was raging with anger, and he said coldly, "I will give Mr. Smith some face and I will not beat you up. However, if you continue to pit yourself against me, don't blame me for being rude to you, then." The lobby manager did not back down either. He simply blurted out, "I'm sorry, but rules are rules for a reason. You are not allowed to enter Orem Grand." Andrew gritted his teeth in anger. This man was simply a lobby manager. Andrew knew that even if the entire security team came at him and his men, it would be completely impossible for the security team to take them down. Even though their hands were already crippled, they could still easily take down the entire security team using their legs. However, things were a little trickier because the other party was working for Adam. Andrew did not know whether things would get out of hand if he offended Adam. At this time, the noise and commotion attracted a lot of attention in the lobby. Many people who were witnessing this scene were all whispering amongst themselves. After listening carefully, Andrew realized that these people were actually discussing and figuring out what the words carved on their foreheads were. Andrew began to feel very ashamed and embarrassed. He did not want to continue lingering around the lobby to be watched and observed by these groups of people. Andrew looked at the lobby manager with a black face before he said, "I will give you 3 seconds to back off. Otherwise, don't blame me for taking action against you." The lobby manager also lost his temper and instructed the captain of the security team, Captain Zico, "These people have seriously affected and ruined the image and reputation of Orem Grand. I want you to kick all of them out immediately." Andrew was furious, and he cursed, "You are truly asking for trouble. Beat them up." Then, Andrew rushed forward immediately and kicked the lobby manager to the ground with just one kick. The lobby manager vomited blood as he fell to the ground. Andrew spat a bloodied sputum at the lobby manager's face as he cursed, "You reckless fool. Do you believe that I will destroy you and make you a cripple if you continue talking any more nonsense?" The lobby manager endured the paralyzing pain and quickly instructed all the security guards behind him, "I want you to kick out all these men who dare to cause trouble and make a scene at Orem Grand." Before the security guards could even respond to the lobby manager's order, the other 5 bodyguards of the Whale family had already rushed forward to attack them. They were all out of control. This group of men had already suffered a lot because of Alex today. They had been holding back all the anger and rage they were feeling inside. Now that they finally had an object of exasperation, they had all lost their minds, and all they could think about was how they could vent all of their anger and frustration on this group of men. The bodyguards were all very eager to beat these men to death to relieve the hatred they held in their hearts. Although their arms were crippled because of Alex, they were all well trained in their fighting skills. Just their legs and knees alone were sufficient to cause a great deal of damage to these security guards. Therefore, the 5 bodyguards easily knocked and overthrew all of the weaker security guards to the ground with just one move. At this point, all of the security guards were already at a loss in terms of their combat effectiveness. Andrew saw that these groups of men who were lying on the ground were already half beaten to death. If they continued beating them, they would surely die. Therefore, he quickly instructed his men to stop their attacks on them. After that, he said, "You are just a bunch of useless dogs, but you actually dare to pick a fight with people working for the whale family? Pfft. You really do not know your place at all." After he was done speaking, Andrew brought his men with him as they headed directly into the elevator to head upstairs.